Hello Vlogmas. My hair is in a ponytail because it is dirty as hell and I really didn't want to shower yet today, so we're ponytailing it up. So I'm actually going to be doing responding / reacting to my first Q&A. So my first Q&A was, I split it up into two different things, non-fitness and fitness related, but I think I want to do the non-fitness because it's more like life-y and I kind of want to see like what my answers were back then. So I've seen a few people do this on YouTube, but also people did write it in my question box as a suggestion to do, and I think it's kind of a really cool idea because my first Q&A was uploaded January 4th, 2017, so it's almost exactly 2 years ago, so I'm kind of curious to see what I said back then. We're just gonna go ahead and get started. Honestly, every time I try to do a screen recording, it doesn't work, so we're gonna be super not correct with how we're doing this right now, but we're gonna see how this goes. I hope you guys can see it. It's more about hearing it, honestly, my answers and what I say. So we're gonna just see how this goes. I'm kind of nervous. So the first one was, do you have Snapchat? Honestly, I don't use Snapchat. I say my Snapchat in here, but I don't use Snapchat. So that one's, we don't need that. What is the ultimate goal in life? That's the second question. So we're gonna start with that. All I honestly want is to just be happy with whatever I'm doing. Like right now, I'm really trying to find a job that I'm just happy to go to every day. Like I'm so sick of waking up like miserable to go to work, miserable all week, waiting for the weekend. Like why am I wishing my time away for like 2 days of the weekend just to be free and do what I want to do? So honestly, my ultimate goal, besides to have a family and grow old with my family, is to just find a career path that I'm like sincerely happy in and that I enjoy what I'm doing every single day. Like I don't want to waste my time here doing something that doesn't fulfill me. And so far I haven't found that. So honestly, that is my ultimate goal in life, is to just make sure I'm doing something every single day that just fulfills me and makes me happy. Just not going through life dreading each day. Like, that's kind of really sad. But holy shit, because what I do now is what I was talking about back then. Like this right here is, I think, what I wanted to be doing back then, whether that be going to an actual place or working for myself. I'm doing what I want to do now, and I'm doing something that makes me happy, and I'm lucky enough to be able to have freedom to pick the things that I want to post and create the things that I want to create. And I feel like this is kind of the position that I was hoping to be in, and it's kind of crazy because I don't wake up miserable every day. I wake up extremely happy and blessed to be doing what I'm doing right now, because this is literally a dream come true. I talked about it in my Get Ready With Me that like I never thought my life would get to this point, and like this was never, like while I'm saying that, where I am right now is never something I thought I could achieve. And just like being able to work for myself and do my own thing, I never thought I would get to this point, and it's really crazy that that was like my answer. That's insane. Question, but can I make a playlist of songs that I listen to? I do have a SoundCloud. I think it's paigereillyy with 2 Y's. It in fact is, and it's in my description box of every video. I like SoundCloud because there's so many different like remixes and stuff that like aren't on Apple Music, or I just am too lazy to do Spotify, I think, because I know that's the popular one, but I personally like SoundCloud because there's a lot of unreleased and like unknown and mixes and shit like that on there that I feel like you can't really get on the more mainstream platforms. This one makes me laugh because this is still a question I get all the time. How is my hair so long and healthy? And I also got like a few more on my hair asking if it's real. Okay, let's see what I say because it's probably the exact same that I say now. Hair is real. I don't have extensions or anything. It's honestly not that healthy, guys. I think it just looks healthy, but I do have like a ton of dead ends. Like I have a bunch of baby hairs that get fried off from straightening, so I don't really cut it often. I probably should cut it more, but that's why it's so long, is I just never get haircuts, to be honest, like maybe once a year. So it's just been growing since honestly like 8th grade. I cut it up to here, and it's just I've let it grow since then. So yeah, that is how it's all. Same Same answer.
How can you get your body to eat more when you know you're not eating enough but you get so full? I've never really had this problem, to be honest. I have a really big appetite, but
I have this problem now. I have no appetite. I like don't eat. I literally won't eat until like 2 p.m. and not even on purpose, like at all. I find it so hard to eat now. I'll eat like 2 big meals a day because I don't want, I'm just not interested in eating. It's just like something that went to the back of my head, and I never thought I would say that, and I never thought I would be to this point, but here I am.
The only advice I have is just slowly add more and more and more. I know it's uncomfortable to eat when you're full or when you're not hungry, but sometimes that's just what you have to do. And then your body will just adapt. So it will be uncomfortable at first, but I think my only advice is to just slowly keep introducing more and more food. Like, don't try to make a huge jump from...
That one's not interesting. But yeah, same idea. Also, pick calorically dense foods, like things like a bagel that has 50 grams of carbs that literally tastes like air. So there's that.
Where do you want to travel in the future? Well, let's see. Out of the country, I want to go to Greece. I want to go to Australia, Italy. I haven't really thought about vacations that much, to be honest, but in the United States, I definitely want to go back to California. I do eventually want to live there, but I want to do a road trip cross country and kind of like hit all the states on the way there. I want to go to Lake Tahoe, and I'm going there in a few weeks actually for snowboarding. I want to visit a few more states out west for snowboarding. Like, I went to Colorado last year, but I want to do like Utah. Yeah, Tahoe was one of them. Definitely want to drive up and down the coast of California and kind of like hit all the major points on there.
I lived in California, and I did drive across the country to get there. We didn't hit everywhere we wanted to hit because it was more of like an actual journey to get there. It wasn't like for fun. But we did stop at a couple places that we did want to see, but most of it was really just like we're on a mission to get there. Yeah, that's kind of the only ones that I've like done so far. All the out of the country ones I still want to do. I still have not done those, but those are ones that are still on the bucket list.
Have I ever considered going vegan? Honestly, while I respect the shit out of vegan people, I don't think I could ever do it. I really enjoy meats, dairies, like everything.
Yeah, sorry, the answer still remains. I enjoy eating meat a lot. Again, I still respect everyone who, you know, that's their choice. I have, as you guys have probably seen on my channel, I've gotten a few meatless options, and they're good. So I have been incorporating those, but for the most part, I just don't think I could ever make the full switch to vegan.
If I could only eat one thing for the rest of my life, that's a very hard question, to be honest. Like, well, I want to say donuts or like a burger or something, because I do love that. Honestly, I might say sushi. I feel like I don't get sick of sushi. Like,
I agree still. I think sushi, I love sushi so much. We don't eat it that much anymore. We used to eat it a lot, but we don't eat it that much anymore. But I still, oh my god, I love.
What is your favorite cheat meal? I love sushi, obviously. We all know that now. I love burgers. Whatever cheat meal it is, it would have to be either a burger or sushi with a dessert afterwards, whether that be a donut or froyo or ice cream sundae or something like that. I freaking love ice cream, and I love donuts. Probably, let's say
that it still remains true. Those are my favorite things. Like I said though, I don't have an appetite, so I don't crave like going out and having a cheat meal. But those are still my top favorites for sure.
Dream vacation right now, like probably my biggest dream vacation, because it's the most unrealistic and unattainable right now, is probably Greece. Like Santorini, that's kind of where I want my honeymoon to be. So
yeah,
my biggest dream vacation at the moment is probably Greece.
I would say that's probably the same, or Bali, but yeah.
Why are you so positive after losing your job? For a few reasons. I would say one is I didn't necessarily love my job, although it really...
Okay, I did like my job, but it wasn't like what I saw myself doing forever. Also because it had nothing to do with like helping people.
Be in a scary situation for a little while.
And then at this point, I think I went to serving tables because I didn't have a full-time job anymore.
It didn't like upset me that much because I knew that wasn't what I wanted to do. That wasn't my dream job. It did upset me, and it was pretty shitty. Like, it didn't really break me down because it not like I didn't care, but it just, I knew that wasn't what I wanted to do forever, so it wasn't like that heartbreaking to me. I've learned that there's no point in putting your energy and your time into negative things. Having like a negative attitude toward things is literally just a waste of time. I really try my best to not stress over the things that I can't really control, and I try my best not to focus negative energy on that situation because it's a waste of my energy. I'd rather put my energy into being positive or finding the positives in things and moving forward and like working towards the next thing instead of like dwelling on something that happened to me.
Oh, that's kind of still true. She was kind of smart back then. Yeah, so I had gotten laid off from my job and it was just like, whatever. I mean, what am I gonna do? Have a hissy fit over it? Like, I kind of just had to be like, all right, so now what? What do I do now? Like, I kind of, when something like that happens to me, I kind of like immediately, like, yes, it hurts at first, but immediately I'm like, okay, so how do I fix this? How do I get out of this? How do I make this situation better? I still completely agree with that. I try my best to not focus on negative shit because it really is a waste of your time and energy.
Ever consider doing a makeup tutorial? Yeah, I probably would. I just wear the same makeup every day, so it wouldn't really be like that interesting. But yeah, I would do one day. I'd probably just be super awkward and weird and not know what I'm talking about, but I would definitely do one.
I was low-key so flattered that someone asked that because like at that point I loved makeup, but I wasn't like buying a lot of it, so I had like 2 palettes and I would just do the same look every day. But I'm pretty sure I have my Sephora brand liquid liner in this video. That's my ride or die. I've been doing that wing shit for so long.
Nike or Adidas? Oh, Nike or Adidas? If you asked me a year ago or even like a few months ago, I would have hands down said Nike, but I think Adidas has stepped their game up so much.
I thought I was gonna say Nike in this video. I definitely think Adidas now. I don't wear like their clothing because I only wear Balance because I love Balance, but their shoes, Adidas, 100%. Sorry, I just got a warning on my phone and it's kind of interesting. Injured police officer, subject described as a white male, medium build, last seen wearing a tan jacket and black hat, last seen driving a gold or silver Equinox with no plate. Subject seriously injured a police officer and is believed to be armed. Do not approach. Juice, you're gonna have to go potty in the house because I'm not going out there.
Along with that, favorite athletic brands, Dead Fit, obviously. I just love their stuff. I do love Gymshark's clothes. I know it's like super mainstream or whatever, but they really do make good stuff. I like Forever 21 workout stuff too because it's just super cheap. And while the quality may not be like super great, it's all cute stuff. So I definitely like Forever 21 workout inspiration.
Can we just say, why did I write my questions down with a pen and paper on a damn notepad? Like, why did I do that? I did not need to do that. Like, I had a cell phone. Okay.
Right now, probably my top 2 are...
Oh my god, who am I gonna say? Oh no, I know who I say.
Are Amanda Bucci and Emily Hayden. They're just such well-rounded athletes and like the most driven girls I've seen in a while. What is your height and weight? I am 5'1", and I think my weight right now is like 120.
Can I just say I thought I was 5'1" my whole life until I started competing and they told me I was 5'2", because my license says 5'1", but now apparently I'm just gonna go by 5'2", because every show I go to, they say I'm 5'2", and I'm like, okay.
Were you always small? Yeah, I would say I've always been a pretty petite person, like being 5'1". I've been a small person forever, definitely. I live in Nassau part-time. Would you ever do a meetup? This question is crazy to me because like, I just can't imagine like me doing a meetup. I'm like so freaking awkward. But
still true.
Maybe. I don't think I'm on like a meetup level because I'd just be nervous no one would show up. But yeah, if you ever want to like meet up, if you're in my area, I'd totally be down. Oh,
I still feel that way though. I still don't think I would ever do my own meetup though. That's intimidating as hell. I don't think I would do that. But at expos and stuff, I love doing that stuff. Honestly, it's like the best feeling in the world, just putting names to faces or faces to names. But yeah, I mean, I still don't think I would hold my own meetup. That's scary.
Do you have food anxieties or fear of gaining weight, and how do you deal? Honestly, I have to say I'm extremely lucky because I don't really feel that way. I wish that no one would feel food guilt because you should never feel food guilt. Like, you need food, and it's okay to have things that you want to have sometimes. Sometimes you want to enjoy your food, so freaking enjoy it. I mean, like, I just don't ever feel guilt, which I'm really lucky to say that, because I know a ton of people struggle with this. In terms of fear of weight gain, I was a little nervous about this. Right now I do weigh the most I've ever weighed. That's just because I had to do it, because I needed to put on muscle. Gaining weight and gaining fat, that just comes along with it, and I just mentally prepared myself for that. I knew, like, I want to put on muscle. Along with that comes fat gain, and I have to be okay with that. So it's all a mental game, honestly, and it's just a cycle. Like, I know I'll put on the fat now, I can lose it. I'm gonna put it on again, I can lose it.
That's facts. Nothing's changed from that. I am still very lucky that I don't feel food guilt or fear of gaining weight or anything like that. I'm very just like, it is what it is, and this is something that I have to do, and it's only going to benefit me in the long run, so it's going to be worth the suck right now. And I feel like I've always had that mentality. I don't know why, but I've never been super afraid of gaining weight. I think it's just because I'm very accepting of, like, this is what I have to do, and it might suck right now, but it's gonna be worth it. And yeah, I don't know, I've never had that problem really. Like, of course I have bad body image days and days where I'm like, okay, I feel like a literal potato. It is what it is. It's just what you have to do. If you want to progress and make changes in your physique, that's just part of the game. Unfortunately, yeah, it sucks, but it is what it is. And I feel like I never really like let that super bother me or hold me back from making progress, because making progress to me was more important than having a look or being aesthetic as a fitness guru.
So that's kind of how I deal, along with the fact that, like, with weight gain just comes, like, strength and energy, and your body can just do more. Like,
yeah, I like to focus on the other things, not just the look. Looks are not everything. And honestly, life is so much better when you're able to eat and just enjoy yourself, and not saying you should be like going hog wild every day, but just not having to stress about cutting and having that like diet mentality can really suck sometimes. So it's nice to live life. You get stronger, you can push more weight, and it's just a different season, and you have to just appreciate the parts of each season, in my opinion. Because honestly, I don't feel great when I'm on prep. I don't feel like super awesome, but I feel like I look good and I like the way that I look. But in off season, it's the complete opposite. I might not be crazy about how I look, but I love the way I feel. I feel great. I feel like a human being, and I love it. Every season has different pros and cons, and I think you just kind of have to accept it and shift your mentality with the shift of seasons in your life.
Why did you start a channel? Once I like really got into like posting my fitness journey and stuff on Instagram, I got a lot of DMs and messages about like, what do you do for workouts? How do you eat? What's your diet like? Like, how do I get started? What do I do? So I would rather just make videos to show these people that, and I just feel like giving people content through videos, like they can see my workouts, they can see what I'm eating. I just thought that would be like a lot more helpful than me just like writing back like, I track macros and this is what I do to work out. Another one was, how did you get...
Yeah, so that's honestly the reason why, because I saw people were kind of interested in what I was doing, and I was like, instead of me sitting here answering these DMs one by one or to each person, like, why don't I just make videos? Also, because maybe people are afraid to ask, because I've had people that I never would have thought watched my videos or found my stuff helpful in any way, and they've reached out and been like, I love your videos. I'm like, I didn't think you even like followed me or liked me, like what the hell? So I feel like a lot of people are also scared to ask those questions. So if you just put it out there as public information, and I think video form is a lot easier than like writing out novels on Instagram captions and stuff. So that's why I started, was just to answer questions in a more general, broad way, instead of having to do it one by one through DM, and also have private conversations. That way I could just put it all out to anyone who wanted to know and was maybe afraid to ask.
How did you get started on YouTube? Yeah, I basically just decided one day I'm gonna put my workouts and what I eat on YouTube, so hopefully people can get ideas from it and hopefully benefit from it. I had a camera, I have the Sony Alpha 5000 that I bought like way back for just like taking...
Why do I speak like a New Yorker in this video? It's actually crazy how... Well, we are on Anthony and like his family, they have such a New York accent. Well, he actually didn't have that much of one, but when he's around those people, you know how you kind of like adapt to the way that they speak. So I I started saying things like a New Yorker. When upstate New York, I never had an accent because we don't really, Long Island and upstate New York have two totally different ways of speaking, I feel like. And the New York accent, kind of like that Italian accent, is mostly like New York City, Long Island, down to there. Whereas upstate New York, I don't think people really have accents, at least I didn't notice. But I started to talk like one.
So I had a good camera, so I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna post my first video. And like, I was super nervous, honestly. It's like really scary to put yourself out there, especially in like videos. It's like a whole different game than Instagram.
Yeah, it is.
But especially like, I'm an extremely shy and quiet person, like the type to drop out of a college class because I had to do a presentation type.
That's a true story.
Oh, yeah, this is a huge step for me, and I just went for it. Honestly, like, if you asked me even 6 months ago if I would do YouTube, I would say, hell no, there's no shot. Like, sometimes you really just gotta step out of your comfort zone and you will surprise yourself. So I'm so thankful that my videos are helping people, and it was worth that leap to start.
That is 100% true. You're never gonna feel ready, and you're never gonna feel like you're good enough or that your videos are good enough, but you need to start, because there's no way that you're gonna get better or learn without just doing it. A lot of YouTubers I watch too say the same thing. It's like, how do you start a channel? Like, just start. That's all. Just do it. Go for it. Upload your first video. It doesn't matter if you have a nice camera. Film it on your iPhone. iPhones have amazing quality now, sometimes even better than my camera in some instances. And I use iMovie, a free software on your Mac, and you can just edit a video and get it up. Like, it doesn't have to be this whole production, especially not starting out. Like, no one's expecting your first video to be a movie, you know? It doesn't matter. It's about the content you're putting out, and you just have to, if it's something that you want to do and that you're passionate about and that you feel in your heart that is something that you want to be doing, then just do it. Literally just do it. You're gonna feel so refreshed once your first video is just up and out there. And I feel like you just get better as time goes on, but there's no way to get better without actually doing it and learning along the way and kind of just growing along the way. And it's kind of like it's so easy to say once you're on here and you've started, but truly the only advice I have is just do it. Just go for it, start it, do it. Don't think about it too much, and just put out what you want to put out and follow what you want to do without worrying about what other people are gonna say.
Like, honestly, just do it. Don't overthink it. Don't like let go of your fear of what others are gonna say, because I used to live in fear of what others thought, and like now I say screw it. Like, I'm gonna do what I want to do because it's my life. Like I said, all I want is to be happy. So if helping other people makes me happy and helping people is me making YouTube videos, then that's what I'm gonna do. So that is how I got started. I kind of just made the leap and made my first video, and people reacted pretty well to it, so I just kept going.
Okay, for the last one, we have goals for 2017, because it is January 4th, 2017.
Probably my biggest current short-term goal for 2017 is to compete in April in my first show. I'll get further into that in the fitness Q&A of why I want to do that. I want to be a full Pardomas athlete this year. I want to move to California with Anthony. Start taking on some clients. That might just be online or whatever. I'm not totally sure yet, but I want to do that. Along with that comes like making a website. I definitely want to travel more. I want to attend the Olympia again next year, but hopefully maybe be working at a booth. I'm not sure what booth.
I was so thinking that working at a booth was like the coolest thing in the world, and I think that's what a lot of people think, but honestly it kind of low-key sucks. It's amazing to meet people and to have a spot to stand, but having to stand there all day, it honestly sucks.
I'm not sure if this is going to happen in 2017, but I do want to find a job or fully be working for something that I freaking love. Like right now, that's not what I'm doing. I'm waitressing. I don't want to do that, but
I literally was waitressing up until July 2018. That's a fucking year and a half of waitressing. Sis did not find a dream job in 2017, but 2018 to 2019 she did.
2017, I can be working either for myself or for someone that I'm happy to be working for and doing something that I love to do every day. I want to make my YouTube a little better. I want to create like an intro and like just design my page a little better. I want to be better at public speaking and be more open and just work on speaking, I guess, in general, and not be...
Okay, so I still suck at public speaking. Don't ask me to do speeches or any shit like that. I'm even afraid to do podcasts. So YouTube is a different story because you're talking to a camera and you can edit it with all your ums and likes and awkward spaces, but public speaking, yes, still not.
Shy, and I definitely want to just be better all around. I want to be a better daughter, sister, girlfriend, friend. I just want to be a better person. I'm slowly working towards that. Obviously, every day I try to be better, but that's going to be like, I'm really going to try to focus on that for 2000.
Why did I say the same shit in 2019? Have I not gotten better? My standards of being good or being better just continue to get higher, and I don't think I will ever feel satisfied with the type of person that I am or just the human being that I am, and I think I'm always going to be chasing to be a better version of me. But it's funny that I said that and then 2 years later I say the same shit. Oh, God.
And I think that's basically it. I do want to have some sponsors, but I'm not going to like really shoot for that because right now my main goal is helping people, and so while sponsors would be awesome, and I definitely do want sponsors, that's not like my main priority right this second. So yeah, I would say those are my goals for 2017.
Aww. Well, I ended up getting some sponsors. I don't really call them sponsors because I don't get paid to be a part of the company, but I do make commissions off my sales. But aw, that was cute. And now I'm with the company of my dreams. So that was kind of crazy to watch. That was like, she was so innocent and sweet and just like didn't know like where to go or what to do. I feel like I was so lost and I had the most general idea of what I wanted in life, but I didn't know how to get there or what to do. And honestly, I still don't know what I'm doing or where I want to go, but it's just crazy that along the way you just kind of like learn and just do things. The more you put in effort and are confident in what you're doing, the more things happen to you, for you, whatever, or the more opportunities that you create and you get. And it's just so crazy that looking back, I feel like at this point I've achieved what she was talking about, and I'm so happy with where I am, but I know this is not it, and I know that there's more and that I want to do more and be better. Clearly, I say that apparently every year I want to be better, but it's just crazy that now I'm to the point. I thought this was my wildest dreams, and you always just keep wanting to be more and do more, and you're never like fully satisfied, which is kind of the beauty of life, because you never stop chasing what you're after and you never stop trying to get better and do better and achieve your dreams, because your dreams are always changing and just evolving. As you achieve them, a new one comes, and you're always on that chase. But I love that about life, honestly. I love that while I'm able to enjoy the moment that I'm in, I also love that I'm always working towards something else and trying to achieve or be better or do something else. I like the challenge. But anyways, oh my God, that was kind of sweet. Don't go back and watch my old videos, just don't, because I used to get comments all the time about how monotone I was, and I was, but that's just my voice. So I feel like I still speak the way that I speak, but I think I was super monotone because I was so nervous and timid. Now apparently I yell at the camera, but that's just the way that I talk. So anyways, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
But felt like I was spring with lying summer showers, and my hair were winter flowers.